We are approximately 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, Commanders Field in Landover, Maryland. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go in our nation's capital. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. Runs over him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Right off the bat, a chunk play into enemy territory.
And I don't care how you plan for it. I don't care what you see on tape where you think you can get that type of a play. That's still a great rush and a little bit of a surprise to break off a run like that this early.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 40-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Come on. Ready?
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Here's Daniels. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let go.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. It'll buy some time right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Let's go.
Daniels looking to throw. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jamison Crowder, a 16-yard touchdown. And Washington has taken the lead. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-to-interception ratio is, what, 3-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field. From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Greg Zuerlein set to get us started here, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 54 yards. Hurts. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Throwing on second and long. Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put them in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Gainwell. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles! Saquon Barkley, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one taken, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Oh, and now some trickery. They fake the spike, but it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. At the 26-yard line. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. On play action. Now Rodgers. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. 10-0 the score after one. On 3rd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On play action, Rodgers. And check down, complete to Hall. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On the counter, it's Hall. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Throwing now is Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now Rodgers. Here's a diving catch right side. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissue. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Off to Wilson it goes on the end around. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. It's Davante Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they could potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
The PAT good. It would draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. They'll throw now on the final play. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means he'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Rodgers now to throw. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Well, now how about this return? And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That'll be dumped off to Gainwell. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. From the gun, it's Hurts. That one out wide and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Now Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Hey, 88.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That is caught. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Well, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And again, it's Rodgers. And it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Brees Hall taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
Being chased out left. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Hurts sets up to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Hurts. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Here's first and goal. Throwing is Hurts. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. And that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's Hurts to throw. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by...
The unmistakable New York skyline to the east. And we are across the river on the Jersey side at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Here's the veteran Greg Zuerlein as we are ready to start. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Jalen Darden now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Quincy Williams in there for the stop. Second down and 8. Gino to throw. This one complete to his tight end, Fan. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Once again, it's Walker. And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. From the pistol, Smith. Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's a handoff to Walker. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Smith, RPO, and that's Lockett. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he's into the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
That's going to be caught. So the aggressiveness pays off right away, and just like that, the lead is 8-0. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Rodgers. The second down throw is incomplete.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
On third down, Rodgers. That one to Corley. He's got it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. The master of play action, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it'll lead to a second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And he'll get this ahead, gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
And the Jets first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play. They face second down and 7. Now a give, but here comes the reverse. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. Throwing, Rodgers. That one intercepted. Picked off by Rayshon Jenkins. And the Seahawks will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Chuck Clark. And the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last 2 throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next 2 drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game. They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Off the play fake, Rodgers. Got a man downfield. It's Devontae. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. Rodgers on first down. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Lockett headed in motion. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
53.
Lockett headed in motion. Finding room at midfield. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be...
This is intercepted. Picked off by Tony Adams. And the Jets are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
So in this last possession, Mike, they take the ball away, and they do it from playing cover 3 defense. So what that means is there's 3 deep players. There's 2 corners and a safety. They divide the field into thirds, and everybody else underneath is just looking at the quarterback. Straight zone coverage, played perfectly, leads to a big takeaway.
A first down throw from Rodgers. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Seahawks are out in front as we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Panay Wanwu now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go. And he's going to take this one coast to coast. 95 yards. Touchdown, New York. What a start to the second half. They come right out of the locker room and take it all the way to the end zone for 6.
Mike, we got to find out what that halftime speech was by that coach, because apparently it worked. I mean, talk about a dream start here. You find yourself at halftime, you're regrouping, we want to come out in the third quarter and establish some rhythm and momentum. And boy, do they do that here with their kickoff unit returning it for 6.
So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. On the return is Darden. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. Kenneth Walker has the 40, inside the 20, and they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
We'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. Going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes...
And for